am curious, particularly Anthony and Ben, like how does being a classical musician, classically trained, and kind of coming from that world, how does that translate? Like, I feel like it's obviously music is music, but there's a big void or big difference between, you know, stepping in as a trained percussionist in an orchestra versus being a trained percussionist and being a drummer of a pop punk or, you know, just rock band, I guess. So kind of how does that happen for you guys?
So I actually grew up listening to all different kinds of rock, progressive rock. My dad kind of got me on like all the 70s, 80s stuff, Zeppelin and
Mm-hmm.
Rush and, you know, you name it. And like really when I was younger, I was mostly like a kit player, you know, wanted to be a rock star, like, you know, every little kid. And
Yeah.
I was sort of introduced to classical music later, and drum set kind of took a little bit of a back burner while, you know, I was learning keyboards and orchestral stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
sort of revisiting it a bunch of years later, I don't want to say it's given me like a new perspective on kit playing, but I feel like, you know, some of the things that I've refined in playing, you know, really soft snare drum excerpts or, you know, playing Bach or something, like some of those things have given me just like new tools that I can use to phrase fills or, you know, memorize tunes quicker or, you know, playing fills that might not necessarily be in the genre, but bring influences from other drummers that I've heard and um, other composers and things like that. So it's been really helpful, I think, just to like I said, learning this music quickly has been a big part of
Mm-hmm.
it and learning it better. But also, you know, some of the fills that I've played and some of the grooves and some of just the way I approach the instrument, I think has
Yeah.
been uh, definitely helped by all the things I've been doing as a classical musician.
That's awesome. And like as you were training classically, and you said obviously the kit kind of took a backseat for a while.
Mm.
Had you ever intended on going back to that? Like, what was it like? Because you said, you know, you were thinking, oh, that'd be kind of fun, you know, joining a band. It's something I've thought about doing a while. Like, when did that change and you thought, man, it'd be kind of fun to go back onto the kit and have that experience on the drums again?
Yeah, actually, so the first time I kind of got back into this world, actually Evan, we're good friends throughout school, and he was really into a lot of like hardcore rock stuff, a lot of spoken word stuff, a lot of Spute, Shane Coyson,
Okay.
trying to think of other stuff off the top of my head. Anyway, so he actually wrote an album of spoken word and hardcore stuff. We did a
Oh,
project called House
cool.
of Hummingbirds, and like he wrote all the lyrics for it, all the poetry, and that was something we just kind of did for fun in our masters. Nelson actually helped us record it. We got to use the audio recording studio here at the university, and that was kind of the first real intro back into it.
Okay.
And then through that project, I met another guitarist, Ben Harmson, who he and Nelson have a group together. And he asked me to record drums for what is now a prog rock band that I'm actually
Oh,
also
cool.
in. But it was just a solo guitar project at the time. He asked me to record drums for that. So there's a whole album that we're slow burning the release, sort of like one tune every month and a half. Um,
Okay.
so that was great. That was 2019. And then the pandemic hit. We all, you know, hibernated for a few months. Uh,
Yeah.
and then this opportunity came up. I'm like, yeah, let's keep the ball rolling. So
Awesome, dude. And what about for you, Ben? Like I said, like I feel like obviously, you know, going from an upright bass where you probably plucked every once in a while, but you know, from a bow and stand up to, you know, that very warm bass to being a bass in like a pop punk slash rock band, you know, what what was that transition like? How did that happen for you? Because obviously, it sounded like you and Adam had been making music for a while, but I'd imagine something kind of clicked where you're like, I'd like to do the electric bass instead of just the stand up.
Yeah, totally. No, so I took quite a bit of time off actually during college, probably 4 years. I didn't play electric bass at all. So I was
Oh,
only
okay.
playing upright every day, all the time. And then after college, after I moved back here, I was down in Ohio and I moved back up to Michigan. Adam had moved back around, so we started jamming again. And he was writing some music for another project he was getting started. So that kind of got me back, inspired. So I was picking up my bass again, just playing for fun on the side. And then I just kind of did that for a while until maybe a year later, Adam gave me that call. It was like, "Hey, you want to join a pop punk band? Trying to start one
And
with
you're like,
Smokeless Maddie." Like,
let's do
sure,
it.
let's do it.
And
Let's do
it was like
That's
right around the start of
that's
the
awesome.
pandemic too. So
Oh man.
it was like, let's do it, and then everything shuts down. It's like, oh, okay.
Oh,
Won't be playing
okay. I guess
shows.